Hey there everyone, this is Ray Higdon, and today I want to share with you what I'm calling the rebirth. And this is how to use the next 90 days to take your Numis network business to the next level. First, a little bit about me. I started in Numis July 15th, 2009. Former real estate investor here in the state of Florida. I had been kicked, I had been punched, I was in personal foreclosure, had multiple properties in foreclosure. Life was not fantastic. So, I started Numis part-time with a dream, with a hope to get out of debt, to help impact some people and just change my life. I went full-time 4 months later and became the number one income earner 7 months into the business. Then at that point, I started studying online marketing. Now, up until that point, I had mainly prospected. I had prospected on, offline at networking meetings. I'd even prospected online. But at that point, I kind of started getting more into online marketing. And the difference between marketing and prospecting is immense. Marketing is where you're doing something to hope to get leads, whereas prospecting is connecting with an individual. So I hit the number one income earner spot in Numis by prospecting, not by marketing. So just that clarification. Now, once I got into online marketing, I started focusing online for exposure, but I to be honest, got distracted along the way. And Numis kind of became my secondary focus, and building an online business became my number one focus. Now, the thing with this is I have been, a top affiliate marketer. I have done product launches. I have been on almost every single stage when it comes to online marketing. Live the dream, no excuses. I've been on Eric Worre's stage. I've been on Eric Worre's, website. I've been in Networking Times, Better Networker, What's Working Now. I've been featured in all these different publications and different things. I've been there. I've accomplished a lot with online marketing, but here's what I've come full circle to realize is that residual income is where it's at. And I believe that Numis Network is the number one engine to help you with residual income. Now, all along, even though I was distracted, I still got a check, a decent sized check, a good check, every single week from Numis Network, no matter if I put a minute in, no matter if I put an hour in, didn't matter, every single week. And so that kind of brings us to today. And so moving forward, from today forward, I'm 100% committed to Numis, my team leaders, and my teammates. Now, you may be watching this presentation because someone you know or love, or perhaps someone that knows somebody that knows or loves you, maybe saw this presentation at convention, perhaps you couldn't make it, and they're sharing this presentation just so you know what's going on and what's happening. So I am giving you my energy, my vibration, my focus on Numis Network moving forward. I'm actually stepping away from information marketing, affiliate marketing, product launches, creating new products. And let me tell you, I'm taking I am taking a pay cut to do so, but that's okay. Because what I have planned with Numis Network and the leaders in Numis Network is so much bigger than what I've been doing, and we are really going to take this company to the next level. We're going to put 1 million people into Numis Network. We're going to give away $5 million in assets, and those kind of details will be shared at a later date, not necessarily in this presentation. So I believe, not just for myself, but hopefully for you and hopefully some others that will see this presentation, that it's time for a rebirth. And so the rebirth is from, up until August 11th, 2012, depending on when you're seeing this, it's a pre-launch. We're in a pre-launch scenario into a 90-day blitz. Now, we also happen to have an incentive contest going on at the same time. You can amass points toward that incentive contest as well, and toward earning your way to the National Expansion Team meeting in November in Dallas. More on that to come. Okay? And so what our mission is from now until August 11th is to enroll people in the idea of the 90-day blitz starting from next Sunday, August 12th to November 8th. 90-day blitz, hardcore, nonstop, and I'm going to explain to you all the details there. And the mission The mission of this 90-day Blitz is to develop the national expansion team. Now, this is a concept. The 90-day Blitz, the national expansion team, the 90-day Blitz I first learned of from Eric Worre. He's made over $15 million in network marketing. I've spent some personal time with Eric in Orlando, in Vegas, on the phone, on Skype, and so I've downloaded that information, as well as working alongside Larry Thompson, who's generated over $300 million in commissions in network marketing. And this is our mission, to develop the Numis Network National Expansion Team, and we're going to do it via this 90-day Blitz. And so, pre-launch, all you're doing is seeing who's going to raise their hands. And so this is all about promoting the 90-day Blitz. You want to see who's in. You want to get family and friends buy-in for you and the Blitz. You want to do some work here, and I'm going to share with you exactly what to do. And so here's my question for you. You know, you might be watching this for a number of reasons, but let me ask you this. How many of you can run hard, and I mean hardcore, for 3 years? You know what? If you're being honest, very few people. Very few people can buy into the concept of digging ditches 8 hours, 16 hours a day for 3 years. But let me ask you this. How many can run hard for 90 days? Well, the answer is anybody. Anyone can run hard for 90 days if it completely changed their life. And I would be willing to bet that if you look back at your last 90 days on this planet, you would love to have exchanged your past 90 days for 90 days of a grind. 90 days of work, of effort, of sweat, of hardcore focus, if it got you to the promised land, if it changed your life, if it made you, some of you just want to be somebody. You would exchange the last 90 days if it made you somebody, if it made you a name, if it got you a team, if it got you to that rank or that income level or that lifestyle that you're looking for. I guarantee you anybody can run hard for 90 days, and that's exactly what I'm counting on. And so the 90-day Blitz, if you're full-time, which most of you are not, but if you are full-time, I'm talking about 16 hours a day for 6 days a week. This is where I'm going to lose some of you. Some of you are going to hear this and say, holy crap, I can't do that. There's no way. Well, what if you're part-time? Most of you are part-time. That means 8 hours toward building Numis Network, 8 hours a day, 6 days a week. Now, most of you won't do it. Most of you won't do it. I'm looking for who will. And not just me, but all the other leaders of Numis Network are looking for who will commit, who's going to step up, who's going to put on their big boy pants and the big girl pants, who's going to lace up the cleats and get out there on the field with us and get their jersey dirty. That's who we're looking for. And so here's some of the activities of the 90-day Blitz. Less than 60 minutes a day of training. This is not 16 hours a day of training or 8 hours a day if you're part-time. Not about training. There's going to be training. You're going to get some training along the way. You're going to get some help. Absolutely. But this is not about let's all study for 90 days. This isn't a 90-day study session. It's not a 90-day library. Okay? It's less than 60 minutes a day of training. All other activities drive production. And I'm talking about three-way calls, reaching out to teammates, prospecting, home meetings, hotel meetings, lunch meetings, restaurant meetings, one-on-one meetings, Starbucks meetings. Now, some of you are going to use the internet. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with the internet, but I'm talking about prospecting, not marketing. I'm not talking about just writing a couple articles every day and then calling it a day. No. You might write articles. You might write blog posts. You might do videos. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm talking about the majority of your time, 8 to 16 hours every day, 6 days a week, you're going to be connecting with human beings using networking meetings, meetup.com, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, all of these other places, reaching out to people. Okay? 90 days of hard work, a grind, is better than 2 hours a day for 2 years. Would you agree with that? Would you agree that sacrificing 90 days of your life is so much better than doing this stuff for 2 years? I don't want to do 16 hours a day the rest of my life, but you know what? I can do 16 hours a day for 90 days. I can do that. And I hope you can too, 8 hours a day if you're part-time. So step number 1, I'm just going to prepare you. And if you don't do this, you're going to have a problem. You're not going to be able to complete the mission. You're not going to be able to get on the national expansion team if you don't go through this step number one. Step number one, you need to notify your family and friends that you're going to be unavailable. You're going to be checked out from August 12th, next Sunday, to November 8th. You're going to be checked out. They should consider and pretend that you're deployed overseas, that you got a big government contract, or maybe you're a soldier, or whatever they want to conjure up. That you're deployed overseas, you're here, but you're not here. Because you're totally sold into your business. You're totally focused. And who wouldn't trade 90 days to finally change their life? That's what we're talking about. So you got to get this buy-in. You're exchanging. All you're doing is you look at the last 90 days. Is it the same old, same old? Is it just like it was the 90 days before that, and the 90 days before? Well, this 90 days is going to be different. This 90 days, you're going to sweat. You're going to work your butt off. And that's what I'm talking about. And so I just want to ask you, how many you're sick of staying right where you are? Maybe you learn a little bit, or you sponsor a person, or you go to an event, but every single time everything's the same. I'm talking about breaking that mold. I'm talking about smashing it. Smashing that mold. That's what I'm talking about. Step number 2, pre-launch. You are promoting the 90-day Blitz. If you're listening to this and it's before August 12th, 2012, you're promoting the 90-day Blitz. You're telling everybody, here's what we're doing. On August 12th, we're going at it. We're going to do a 90-day Blitz. It's going to be hardcore. It's going to be nonstop. You're going to get mentoring training. You're going to get 3-way support. You're going to get everything that you need to build this business, but I need someone who's serious. I don't want someone that's doing this just dipping their toe in the water. I want someone who's serious. I want someone who's going to take this to the next level, who's going to lock arms with me and going to really rock and roll. That's who we're looking for. We're only looking for the serious here. Now, me and my teammates are doing a 90. This is what you're going to say. Me and my teammates are doing a 90-day Blitz to totally change our life. It's going to be a grind. It's going to be hard, but it's going to be rewarding. You in or out? You're going to get used to saying those words. You in or you out? And if you're out, that's totally okay. Let me ask you this question. Do you know anybody that would sacrifice the next 90 days of their life to completely change it? To start making some serious money, to impact some lives around the world? Who do you know that would sacrifice their life, that may be sick of how their lifestyle is currently, or they definitely want to change it? And here's what will happen. See, it's hard to get somebody to buy into a career. It's hard to get someone to buy into the 10-year model. You see, network marketing doesn't have to be slow. It doesn't have to be slow-paced. It doesn't have to take forever. It doesn't have to. Most people make it that, but it doesn't have to be that. You see, if you sell people on the idea of a 90-day Blitz, they'll treat it like a project rather than an occupation, rather than something they're going to do for years and years to make $17 a month. They'll treat it like a project, and that's what we're looking for. Step number 3 is the actual 90-day Blitz. And this is our mission, get every person qualified for the National Expansion Team meeting in Dallas, Texas. And I'm going to tell you about that. 90-day Blitz, no TV, no movies, no restaurants, no picnics, no games, no goofing off, no jet skiing, no snorkeling, no scuba diving, none of that. 6 days a week, none of that. 90 days to change your life. And I'm talking about having local Blitz days. A local Blitz day. If you have team members or other Numis network members that aren't even in your team, you're going to be getting together. You're going to be getting together multiple times a week and having Blitz days. That's where you take 2 to 3 hours for that day and you call that list that you made. You run down every single person you've ever talked to. You run down some of you are going to run down the yellow pages. Some of you are going to pull up Realtor.com and call realtors. Some of you are going to just run down that list and call every single person you've been chickened to. That's a Blitz day. There's going to be 3-way calls. There's going to be inner circle groups. We're going to have contests. We're going to have races. Have a race. Set that egg timer for 60 minutes and see who can call the most people and have that person, win a free dinner. Have that person, win something, win an award, win a trophy, whatever, right? We're going to put these things together and you need to do that as well. Now, step number 4, the National Expansion Meeting. That's in Dallas, Texas. This is qualified. You have to qualify to attend this National Expansion Meeting. You can't buy your way in. You can't say, you know what, Ray, I'd like to attend that. That might be nice. It might pump me up and motivate and inspire me. No. You have to qualify. Your credentials will be checked at the door, and you will be refused admittance if you don't qualify. So don't show up without qualifying. We have to get you qualified. We got 90 days to do it. Okay? And if you run with us, you're going to be at that meeting. And, oh, by the way, you're also going to win that cruise. Now, three-way call leadership group. I want you to understand, and this is the presentation that I'm going to be using at the National Convention, but you're going to have a group, a three-way call leadership group that you can dial into. It's going to include, it's not just about me, it's going to include me. It's going to include my wife, Jessica. It's going to include a whole bunch of other leaders that are in Numis Network. You're going to be able to connect and find out who these people are, and guess what? All of us are going to help you with three-way calls during this 90-day period. Each week, this group and I will be on Inner Circle emails and calls. And just to tell you how serious we are, in August, in September, and in October, I'm going to be giving away an iPad or $500 cash each month to one lucky person that is serious and does three-way calls. Here's how it works. The leadership group, the Inner Circle, is going to get together and compile the statistics of three-way calls. Who used the most three-way calls? How many had qualified people, etc. Okay? And we're going to pick one winner each month. The group is going to pick, and you get your choice of an iPad or $500. So does it benefit you to utilize the group for three-way calls? The answer is absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. And so understand that a three-way call, you only qualify if it's someone who's seen a presentation. I don't care what presentation. I don't care if they've seen numispromotion.com, numisfornetworkers.com, if they've watched the presentation at numisnetwork.com, if they've watched a presentation on numis1.com, but they have to have watched a presentation to qualify for this drawing, for this, I don't want to say drawing because the group's going to pick it. The group is going to pick one person, and it's most likely going to be the person that has the most qualified three-way calls or the person that just does the most three-way calls. You have your chance each month of winning an iPad or $500. Could one person win every month? It's possible. You know what? The world rewards hustlers. So if you're out there hustling and really going for the business, why shouldn't you win every month? And so, understand, this is every month. You got this chance. Now, why are we doing this? It's to help you get there. It's to help you change your business and your life. It's to help you get qualified for that national expansion team. It's to help you win that cruise as well. That's why it's all about. Okay? There's going to be local intensity groups. If you have a local group, it's time to step it up. It's time to start doing Blitz days. It's time to start doing, more home meetings, more hotel meetings, more restaurant meetings, more lunch meetings. Now, if you're solely online, that's fine. But just focus your efforts on prospecting, not marketing or study and training. We're not talking about that. And here's my promise. My promise to you is you're going to collapse most nights if you truly do this. It doesn't matter if you're new or old. And you know what? We're going to grind. We're going to take this business. We're going to take this company. We're going to take this team to a level that no other network marketing company has ever seen before. Now, will it be in the next 90 days? I don't know. But I'm going to tell you this right now. The next 90 days of your life is you will remember. If you choose to run with us, you will remember these next 90 days for the rest of your life. You're going to remember what it feels like to work an honest hour. You're going to remember what it feels like to really roll up your sleeves and get with some people who truly care about you and who want to see you become somebody. The world, we look for chances to the world to help us become somebody. Here's your chance. Here's your shot. This is your shot to become somebody, to become a legend, to become a story, to share your story with the world in a 90-day period. I want that for you, and I hope you want it too. So I want to know who's with us. Who out there that's listening to this right now wants to finally change their life? Who's going to sacrifice the 90 days? Who's going to give 100%? And I'll tell you this, you do this, and your life will change. My name is Ray Higdon, and we are going to take this business to the next level, and I hope you're with us. Thanks so much.